Reddit says, r/AskReddit. Fast food workers of Reddit. What should we not order at your restaurant? And why? Former Starbucks worker here. Please don't order anything off the secret menu. It doesn't exist. If you want a Snickerdoodle, Nutella, or Captain Crunch Frappuccino, or whatever other overly sugary thing someone has since come out with, know the base drink and the modifications, and order that. If you just say the name, it's up to the barista to come up with what's in the drink. And it may not be what the last barista you ordered from put in there. Oh my god. I was at a Starbucks inside a grocery store one time, so there were only 2 workers in there, just trying to get my Sunday morning pick-me-up. And the lady in front of me was trying to order some secret menu drink. Except she had no idea what was in it, or even what it was called, and forced the poor cashier to look up YouTube videos on her own phone to try and figure out how it was made. After 5 minutes the guy behind me took some pictures of what was going on and stormed off to complain to whoever he could find. Peak Starbucks. Don't confuse hitty restaurants with hitty management with fast food. A well-run McDonald's will have spotless food, fresh products up constantly and everything cleaned routinely. A poorly run one will be god-awful and disgusting. But really though, those lemons have been sitting out all day. Stop ordering them. Don't order lemons anywhere. I tell people this all the time. If you think these people are cutting them fresh for your drinks, you're nuts. I didn't know I can order fresh lemon for my nuts. KFC. Literally anything. The potatoes are powdered potatoes. The gravy is powdered gravy. The corn and green beans come from Green Giant. At least they used to. Now IDK where they come from, but the green beans taste like it now. The sauces they have now. Smoky Mountain. Hot Honey. Nashville Hot. Whatever. They come in packages that we put in squirt bottles. Totally fine. But if the employee doesn't shake the bottle all you have is the seasoning, since the oil and seasoning separate. And most of the time they'll only put it on one side. In fact, if you ordered a chicken little with Nashville Hot, protocol says you put the chicken on the bun and the sauce. Meaning it is protocol for them to make your bun soaked with the oil of the sauce. Yum. Some KFCs even pre-make chicken littles and potato bowls. Betcha didn't think I'd touch those. Did you? Meaning your order at 5:30 PM was actually made all the way back at 1 PM. The mayo has fused with the bun making a soggy mess or a dry wasteland. Real fun flip of the coin. And the potato bowl has gotten crusty around the edges. Basically, imagine your food at a restaurant sitting in the window before you order it. But the window in 20 degrees hotter. That's chicken littles and potato bowls. The biscuits are frozen, and TBH they are pretty height. IDK why people go nuts over M. The hot wings are great. But if you don't make them fresh, takes 10 minutes I believe, then you're either getting some hitty duck and hot wings, or you're gonna wait. Here's the ones that piss me off. Popcorn chicken. Used to be absolutely amazing. Guess what? They changed the recipe. The batter doesn't even stick to them. And they come off mid-bite. So one chomp is chicken and the next is duck in batter. Tenders. Used to be made fresh every order. Now they are pre-battered and stuck in a cooler. Sure. Frozen chicken is frozen chicken. And KFC only serves frozen chicken. But when the tenders were fresh with every order and the fryer oil was recently changed, that was peak KFC. The chicken. Some people nowadays don't prep it properly. It used to be wings folded and cracked, thigh joints popped, and feathers plucked. But people don't even pluck the duck in feathers anymore. Mac and cheese is microwaved now. Used to be baked. Guess that took too long. And then last is the god damned cookies. They were perfect. Now corporate replaced it with these duck and chips ahoy tasting garbage chemical pre-packaged hits. God damn it, I hate the duck and cookies. And that's it. That is everything at KFC to avoid. Ah. Yes. And the pot pies take 22 minutes to cook. Use chicken from 3, 4, 6, 8 days ago. A month ago that was sitting in the freezer. Anything that is cooked and not sold gets deboned and used for pot pies. And they have about 2,000 calories each. Okay. I think that's everything. It's nice to find out I'm Not just a crazy old man who erroneously swears the popcorn chicken used to be great back in my day. A combination of lower quality palette, kids are stupid, us included, and much lower quality shift to thrift under Yum! Foods ownership. Quarterly profits ruin everything when it gets big enough to be on their radar. Just don't go in right before closing. And this essentially goes for anywhere, except for Cane's. Worked there over a summer, and that place had the cleanest and freshest food I've ever seen at a fast food restaurant. Except for Cane's. I don't think I have ever been to a dirty Cane's or received bad service there. Seriously. They are similar to Chick-fil-A in that their employees seem pretty happy and nice. I can't speak to Cane's. But Chick-fil-A is pretty strict over its regional managers, who are strict over their individual managers to try and keep their stores consistent. That means the restaurants being pretty clean and their employees being friendly and giving a my pleasure when thanked. It also tends to mean they have like 3x more employees working at any given time compared to a normal fast food place. Plus their chicken is really good. I work at Zaxby's, and you shouldn't order anything with a fried fillet instead of the fried fingers. The fillets are way less popular, so they sit in the pan for a long time. The fingers are much more popular and are getting made constantly, so they are always more fresh. I worked at the corporate headquarters store and also worked for corporate. At our store it became a rule to make those to order because of how little they were ordered at the time. Also, little known fact, Zaxby's did breakfast in Athens, headquarters location. I was the head breakfast cashier for 7 days a week. It was pretty awesome. Made homemade grits every morning. Some grits, a piece of Texas toast, and some chicken on a biscuit smothered in gravy. I bet Zaxby's breakfast is nuts. Like good enough to warrant the fast track to obesity. I worked the night shift at McDonald's. During the day, the restaurant is busy and the food is fine. At night, the poor guy left alone on the line is not only tasked with making all the food, but also cleaning up the huge mess from day shift. We are talking grease splatters on the sides of garbage cans, scraping semi-dried mayonnaise out of the dispensers, etc. It's really annoying to be cleaning and have a random customer show up at the drive-up window and have to stop everything. Wash your hands, change your gloves, make their food, then go back to cleaning. I've seen so many nasty ass people make your sandwich with literal trash grease or mopping a water on their gloves because they got annoyed that you interrupted them. I never eat at a MCD between 11 PM and 5 AM. My friend who worked third shift told me that after he threw some bacon away because it had been out for way too long, the manager took it out of the trash and put it back under the heat lamp. I've never eaten McDonald's since. To be fair, something like that can happen at any restaurant. It's good that you don't want to eat at McDonald's, but bad management can occur at any restaurant. See kitchen nightmares. I worked in a food cart in a very popular area a few summers ago. I can't say my experience was the same as others, but when dealing with burgers, hot dogs, and fried food in a metal box in 90+ degree weather at a rapid pace, well, it isn't the most sanitary environment. I saw my boss drip sweat multiple times on food he was cooking, deceiving customers by saying his food is homemade, yet he used generic ingredients to throw it together and slapped a ridiculous price on it. On top of that, it's just not a very clean place to begin with. Grease constantly drips from the walls because of the food frying in the cart. And being so busy, we didn't have a whole lot of time to consistently wash dishes. I did what I was told, and after a month, I quit. Worst job experience I've ever had, and I'll never recommend working in a food cart to anybody. I always think about the judges eating the food unchopped, cause some of the chefs get really sweaty when they cook. My mom thinks it's hilarious that the judges get so pissed at something harmless like onion in a dish, but are totally okay eating food drenched in some bastard's sweat. Once was Subway worker. Here is my advice point: just don't come to our restaurant. I live in Germany. There is a Subway nearby, so Nieder Sachsen, where employees literally ducked where the sandwiches are made. Some guys recorded it through a window and there was a huge hitstorm around it. I went to a Burger King in Berlin a few years back. I saw a prostitute walk in, talk to the back worker in German. They both walked to the back. and 10 minutes they both came out adjusting their clothes. I then regretted choosing to eat at that Burger King. McDonald's worker here. Don't order large fries. Order the medium. The larger fries have practically the same amount as the medium, except they have a bigger box that they deceive you with. Someone needs to try that out and give us proof. That would be crazy. Another McDonald's worker from Ireland. Large fries absolutely have more in them. Maybe not enough to justify the jump in price, but they do have more. After reading this thread, I really hate how much I enjoy lemons in water. Just make it at home, lol. It's lemon and water. Or just don't care and eat the restaurant lemons. You eat stuff that's been sitting around at home. No biggie unless you're a germwas. Simon says, like and subscribe for more videos. See you in the next one.